I am an inspector with the RCMP Federal Serious and Organized Crime, and I've been with the RCMP for 22 years. I'm pleased to be here as the chair of the Manitoba Association of Chiefs of Police Organized Crime Committee. Thank you all for coming today to support this launch. We'd like to especially thank the Link for opening its doors and welcoming us to this great space. And thanks as well to our supporters and the media for being here. Today we are launching a campaign that has been almost a year in the making. Thanks to Manitoba Justice, our MACP committee came together to try to address the issue of gang recruitment and involvement. Each of us brought experience and expertise working with organized crime, gangs, guns, and illegal drugs. Gang activity is on the rise both in Winnipeg and throughout our province. And our goal was to do something to reach the young people most at risk of joining. Beyond our committee, we worked with Michelle DeGroot, the gang prevention coordinator with the Winnipeg Police Service. Her insights, as well as her connections, led us to meet and consult with several reformed gang members, including Vinnie Lilly, who is here with us today. What we learned through this research, along with looking at how other communities have addressed gang prevention, ensured we were authentic in our approach to developing the creative concept. We wanted to find a way to appeal to youth and show them we understand how they could be drawn towards gang life, but that the reality of it often leads to victimization, jail time, and even death. To reach youth across the province, we knew our channels would not be traditional media, but through social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. In response to this, we developed 3 gritty 15-second videos with a creative hook of a video game look that youth are familiar with. We also layered in scenes and backgrounds to reflect our local communities to help youth see themselves in these situations. The anchor of this entire project has been our partnership with the Link. They are the lifeline offered at the end of each video. The ones who will answer the text if a youth needs help out of a gang or help avoiding gang recruitment. There are off-ramps available for kids to get help. They just need to know that these options exist. We'll now take some time to watch these 3 short videos that demonstrate the real-life situations so many of our youth are finding themselves in.
Just remember who got you these kicks when they need a favor, cuz. Listen, all you gotta do is sell this shit.
You just remember who got you these kicks when they need a favor, cuz. Listen, all you gotta do is sell this shit and call me when it's done. Don't ever forget, you owe me.
Never forget, you owe me.
Hey, I'm having a party later tonight. You guys should come by. It'll be fun. Yeah, she's new, but she's already my top earner. So, who's ready to party?
Yeah, she's new, but she's already my top earner. So, who's ready to party?
Hey, you said you got my back, right? Let's go. I got some business. Take this. Just wave it around and everyone will back off. Let's go. Oh shit, I'm hit.
We'll back off. Let's go. Oh shit, I'm hit.
So those are some pretty intense scenarios: illegal drugs, sexual exploitation, and gun violence. They're not particularly easy to watch either. But we believe youth at risk will see themselves in these videos and hopefully reach out for help. Our digital strategy sees only the first half of each video played on the 4 social media platforms, with the ability to click to view the whole video on a landing page hosted by the Link. To bring his perspectives as part of this campaign's steering committee and as an inspector in organized crime with the Winnipeg Police Service, let's now welcome Inspector Eldon Hall.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you for coming today. So I'm going to slow this down a bit, and I'm going to bring to your attention two occurrences or events that led myself to be here today and Winnipeg Police to be involved in this. So approximately 18 months ago, two officers within our organized crime division expressed some serious concerns with the gang activity on the street and our approach in dealing with youth. It really wasn't a very good approach. We were a little archaic and behind the times, which I totally agreed with. So internally, these two individuals started a working group to try and figure out how we can reach youth in a better capacity than we were. The second event that occurred, which really set the tone for me personally, was a letter that I received from a lady in the community whose son was transitioning out of a gang and was very complimentary of the work that Michelle DeGroot was doing in gang prevention. Now, although the letter was very complimentary, she was also highly critical of the police and what we were doing to help youth. In particular, the lack of funding, the lack of resources that we had to deal with this, and most importantly, our inability to connect with youth at a global level, like en masse. So after several meetings and brainstorming sessions within our division, an initial proposal was tabled to the Manitoba Association Chiefs of Police and the Manitoba Organized Crime Committee, in which I sit. After more than a year of meetings and diligent work by all parties involved, the final product is deliverable today with the hashtag Gang Life is No Life. The Manitoba Association of Chiefs of Police, the Manitoba Organized Crime Committee, which represents all police agencies in Manitoba, Argyle Communications, the Link Youth and Family Support Center, and members of the Winnipeg Police and RCMP who are here today all partnered together to take on this endeavor. Now, as you've seen, our final product, we used a video game concept that was intended to be edgy and have some bite, was intended to attract young people who may be in this lifestyle and grab their attention quickly. It is going to be controversial for some people, but more importantly, it's intended to resonate with this younger age group and this younger generation, regardless of what my generation and our generation in this room think of it. And it needed to involve and be led by members of our community, which is what the link is. Most importantly, police had to take a back seat and let this grow organically within a community. The reality is that Winnipeg has dozens of youth street gangs, some of which have hundreds of members. These gangs have youth entering, exiting, and switching gangs continuously. Now, to provide some reference, just over 31% of people arrested by the Organized Crime Division in 2022 admitted to being a gang member or admitted to associating with gangs. To put this in perspective, many of the remaining 69% of people who were in contact with the Organized Crime Division who do not identify with a gang were either forced to act on behalf of a gang, were threatened by a gang to commit a criminal offense, or were exploited physically and or sexually by a gang. Now, it's my experience that many youths do not want to be in a gang or be associated to a gang. It's also my experience that many youths are exploited and forced into gang activity or committing offenses for gangs, regardless of their age, their gender, or their race. So today, we come full circle. And the challenge has always been for law enforcement, how do we connect with this particular age group and how do we connect with young people? Well, today I believe that providing a platform, allowing young people to reflect on their situation discreetly, while distancing themselves from justice officials and law enforcement to make these decisions, can empower youth to access the resources provided by the Link Youth and Family Support Center to obtain assistance when they were mentally ready to do so and on their own terms. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Inspector Hall. I would like to next introduce Matt Davidson, a founder and action therapist from Spirit Horse. Matt's an advocate working to steer youth towards positive leadership. He and his team provide boots on the ground support on the streets of downtown Winnipeg. Please welcome Matt Davidson.
Thank you, Grant. Within Spirit Horse Therapy, like Grant had said, we're boots on the ground, 7 days a week, near 24-hour service. It's a passion, it's a lifestyle where we try to guide youth who are gang entrenched, who are trying to exit gangs to a better way. We do that within 4 pillars, which Mitch Bernier created, which is culture, land-based, volunteerism, positive activism. All within those 4 pillars, we're able to reach those youth to be able to gain trust, to be able to show them a better way. And this is done from our highly trained team within Spirit Horse Therapy. So being able to stand up here today and advocate for such an amazing launch is quite beautiful, because this is something that is needed to be able to, reach the youth who are trying to exit those gangs, to have a text message, just to, say, hey, I need some help is beautiful. So to watch the Link, WPS come forward and collectively work together, it makes our job a little bit easier, because there's a lot of gangs out there, as mentioned, and we just have to come together. We have to collaborate in a good way so that we can combat those issues and slowly chip away at that, so we can have some positive outcomes for this beautiful city. So I really appreciate the time for me to be able to speak and to advocate for such a powerful message. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt, for the important work you do and for sharing your perspectives. It's greatly appreciated. Next, I would like to introduce our host today and CEO of the Link, Carrie Irvin Ross.
Good morning. It is my honor and privilege to be here today and to be a partner with this important option for young people to leave gang life, to maybe prevent from getting involved. The Link serves over 10,000 youth a year in Winnipeg and Thompson. Because this is a text line, we're going to serve youth in Winnipeg, but we also will be able to serve youth across this province. I'm a parent, I'm a community member, and I value the contributions that youth make every day to this city. And I know about the resilience and the gifts they have given us and the gifts that are yet to come. It is an honor for the Link to participate in this initiative, to be that off-ramp, to be that unconditional, accepting, caring, loving voice at the end of a text message that maybe gives that lifeline, that sense of hope, and creates a sense of belonging. I sat there thinking if I was going to share this story today or not, but I'd like to share this story. Because of confidentiality, I can't say this young man's name, but I think we need to honor him today. The young man that sat with us in a circle, and he talked. He was new to Winnipeg. And as he came into Winnipeg, he started to explore. And people involved in gangs know how to find those young people that are looking for that sense of meaning, that sense of belonging in our community. And he explored for weeks. We were very worried, but when he came home, we made sure that we provided a safe space for him. And we did not judge him, and we accepted him, and we loved him. Last week, he sat at that circle, And he talked about what he saw. And it was terrifying to hear what our young people see in the community. And when he shared that story, he ended it with saying, I know what choice I have to make. If I make this choice to be involved in gangs, I will not survive to see my 17th birthday. But if I make this choice to walk alongside you, if you agree to walk alongside me, I see that I have a future. And that's what we are offering today, a lifeline, an opportunity. And the link will work with all of our community partners and value the young people that walk through those doors unconditionally and create a sense of belonging for them every day. Thank you.
It's an incredible story. Thank you so much, Carrie. As we said earlier, this campaign is only as good as the support a youth will get when they send a text message asking for help. We have great trust in you and your team at the link to deliver the help and resources our youth need. Thank you. This wraps up our formal part of the program. You're all invited to stay and have some refreshments together. Media, you're welcome to speak individually to any of the speakers in attendance. And we'd like to sincerely thank everyone again for attending today. Thank you.